TigerBelly is going live, ladies and gentlemen, and we are on tour once again. We did one show in LA. It was the most successful show I've ever done. It's August 25th at the Wing Spear Opera House in Dallas, Texas. Then we're also going to be August 26th. We're going to be at the ACL live at the Moody Theater in Austin, Texas.
Ooh.
August 31st, we're going to be at the Moore Theater, Seattle, Washington.
It's super fun. We bring audience members up on stage. It's just a real good family night.
It's a game show.
And we can't wait to see you
You're
there.
going to love it.
Go to www.tigerbellylive.com.
It's easy. Lee? It's like two cartoon songs. Lee? All right, hold on.
You look the same.
You don't age, huh?
You don't age at all. You're like Highlander.
No, I do.
Do you want to use that?
I look at.
Or do you,
yeah,
do
yeah,
you
yeah,
hate it or
definitely.
do you like it?
No, I don't care. It makes me feel like I'm professional. Now, if I hear myself through headphones, it's not as irritating as just hearing my voice out in the world.
You have a real 1950s, almost like a.
Well, yeah, it's the glasses, and
yeah.
I got all my hair cut off for the summertime.
Did that hurt your feelings when I said that?
Oh no, I don't give a shit. Listen, I am I have no if I saw me, I would think I probably won't like that guy.
No.
He's too mid-50s, too white, too Midwestern looking.
Yeah.
But what am I gonna do?
Well, you kind of look like one of those Oppenheimer.
Yeah.
Oppenheimer guys.
That's the Caucasiacity.
The good old days, huh? Yeah, man, like Mad Men.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't. It's these glasses too, and I'm very limited. These glasses are
They're cool though.
Vice principal glasses.
Are those
this.
like Ray-Ban frames?
No, these are Moscott. Saul Moscott.
I think they're great.
Thank you. No, and they fit.
You're in the right room because Asians have massive heads.
I don't admit I'm not Asian. I checked, and it says Europe.
Are you sure you're not Asian?
I am from Europe.
I always thought that guy has an Asian vibe to him.
When I got the DNA testing, it was funny because it was just pick a country. Yeah, any sort of Northern European country.
Yeah.
Pick one. Oh, yeah, a little bit.
You're not mixed with anything then.
No, I don't think so. I mean, you know how but have you ever done those?
Yeah.
Yeah, and you know how they're always changing?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
They
they
change over
discover
time.
more.
They discover more, but it's like I'm like a less than 1% Greek, and then all of a sudden I'm not.
I see.
You know what I mean? Because over time it changes. Because I'll check back in and be like, what did it say? And it's like, I'm a lot more Swedish now than I used to be.
Really?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. It's something because they get more and more people's DNA,
Right.
and they learn more. But I don't know.
For example, you are
10% Japanese. But
does that hurt you?
so much? I hate them.
They're your oppressors.
Yeah, they oppressed us for 50 years.
Yeah.
But and I'm never gonna forget Pearl Harbor. No,
What? Pearl? What?
What is that you're talking
it was a sneak attack. But my point is that I mean, could that be then? That could change then.
You're becoming less
Yeah.
Japanese through time.
So maybe 5 years from now, if I check back,
Yeah.
Be
I'm
more.
2%.
More.
If I'm more, I'm done.
You're done with
I'm
everything.
done.
Why you just throw yourself off a bridge?
yeah. I'll be done, dude.
Harry Carey.
Yeah, I'd rather be 10% Godzilla. Yeah.
Well, that's Japanese.
That's Japanese.
Yeah.
That's pretty Japanese.
Yeah.
Is Hello Kitty Japanese?
Yeah.
No, it's
Yes.
Taiwanese.
Oh, is it?
Oh, is
No,
it?
I'd say Japanese.
It's
Let's
Taiwanese.
do a bet. What do you think?
Yeah. Hello Kitty expert.
No, I think you're right. I think you're right.
Are you gonna go Japanese?
I think it was purchased by
I'm going
Sanrio.
Japanese. I'm going Japanese.
Can I give you my reason?
Little
It's
Tokyo.
because Eva Air is a Taiwanese airline and their airplanes have the Hello Kitty symbol on them.
Oh no! Well, that I think is a licensing thing.
Oh, okay.
It's the Sanrio company, which is a Japanese.
Yeah, you're
company.
right.
But whoever came, but it might have been because
You're Taiwanese right now.
might have
You're
been
right. You're correct.
some-
It's Japan.
We did it!
There we go.
We did it! Yeah. No Taiwanese fucking made that.
Well, if you go to the
That's unkind.
Wait, have you been to the Taiwan airport? Everything's Hello
Everything
Kitty.
is Hello Kitty. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think that's sort of generally like that Hello Kitty is all over Asia as far as
Oh,
Thank you.
Do you know
Yeah.
what I just found out? Because I know you shit on Filipinos a lot for like not
No, I've
inventing
never
anything.
shit on Filipinos. Are you
shit on my
out of your
people.
fucking mind?
That's
Well,
for
Andy, he shits on
the
my
right
people.
price. Yeah, sure, why not? I do private shows.
The man who invented the yo-yo is Filipino.
Yes.
Oh wow.
The butterfly.
Oh, how does
Yeah.
that? Is that the only thing?
No, also like balisong, like butterfly knives. Like there's a lot of things. We have cool. Oh,
Wait, the yo-yo and butterfly knives are from the same guy?
not the same guy.
I was going to say, what an awesome guy. Where's the biopic on that guy?
So what's a butterfly knife? I don't even know.
Balisong. It's the one that flips this way. It's
It's
really
like it's
cool.
got two pieces of metal that cover the blade, and then you unclip it, and then it flips, and it's like in the movies where they go flippity flippity flip with a knife, and then end up.
They
pointing
call
it.
that a switchblade.
No, a switchblade just pops up out of the side. This is two metal bars that go over the blade, and they're hinged, so they
You-
flip up like it's a Y.
I need a fucking photo.
Butterfly knife.
I can't. So it's like, but there's no handle then.
No, the handle is those two pieces of metal. When they flip off the blade, then you clip them back together.
Oh, when you flip them up.
Yeah, see? Two, and then they flip over the blade to cover it.
See that?
And then it's
so-
closed. See,
so-
there it is, closed and open.
Right. So the handle is the cover.
Yes.
Yes.
We should have
Yes.
said that.
It's actually like
Why
a
did
real-
you say that?
Yeah, Andy, why didn't you say that?
Yeah, you're like, there's two metal.
Everyone else here did. They're all just covering up for you.
Yeah. Two metal cylindricals that go up like this, and then you know, I'm like, I don't understand.
They cover the blade and
Oh,
they
now I get
flip around on a hinge and they become the
All
handle.
right. Okay. Sorry.
Would they be the handle in front of the blade? No, they're back behind the blade.
Jesus Christ, man.
Do you want to do an intro?
Readers or
Well,
listeners.
let's do an intro.
Yeah.
And then we'll go back to butterfly knives.
We'll go
I have to go back. I have to go back because I don't understand. There we go. I have to understand. Anyway,
Five, 4, 3, 2.
welcome to an episode of TigerBelly. I'm Guy Bobby Lee, and I'm the host of the show. I just woke up maybe 20 minutes ago.
True.
And I did 20 minutes ago, and I haven't eaten breakfast. And this is my first Red Bull right here today. Last night I had a show at this comedy store. I bombed so bad. It was terrible.
What happened? What? I mean, come on. That material's bulletproof. It has to be something else.
It was. Well, let me say your name first, and then I'll answer your fucking question. Okay.
All right.
All right.
All right.
So anyway, last night it was rough. But anyway, I woke up today and I got excited because we have a guest. And I don't like using, there's some people say, I hate the word sidekick, but that's not how I view him. You know what I mean? I think he was.
I don't care, by the way. I'm fine with it.
I hate it though.
Oh, okay.
And for you too.
I understand. Yeah,
I hate it for you.
I get it.
Yeah, and I'm going to say co-host.
Okay.
He was a co-host of the Conan O'Brien show. Is that what he said? That's what he said, right?
Yeah.
Did I say his name right?
Conan.
Yeah. The Conan show.
No, I worked with Greg Kinnear.
No.
Your research is terrible.
How embarrassing would that have been? Oh my God.
Greg Kinnear, dude.
Or he's like, I'm Conan. So anyway, he was on there. It was so funny. And Conan's okay, but he was all right. But I always, when I watch the show, I always just look forward to seeing him. And I can't believe that he's here today. And Andy Richter. Give him a round of applause.
Thank you. That was a lovely introduction.
So let's go back to
Hello,
butterfly
yeah.
butterfly knife.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's up with that?
Those actually are real. It's a really
It's a cool thing.
design for a knife. Yeah.
So
But-
they did. Oh, so what's the first thing?
Yo-yo.
Duncan. I think Duncan.
That can't be real. It seems
I
American.
don't know. Yeah, look up inventor. This is like, what a great idea for a podcast. We just say stuff and then make someone figure out whether it's bullshit or not.
I mean, just
You with
hard-
the computer.
It's like hula hoop, which to me is very Americana,
I would think so. Yeah.
right? Skateboards, Americana to me.
Yeah.
Yo-yo, same thing.
Frisbees.
Frisbee, yeah, frisbee.
Yeah.
Pedro Flores.
Pedro
Filipino.
Edradin Flores was a Filipino businessman and yo-yo maker who has been credited with popularizing yo-yos in the United States.
Popularizing.
He patented an innovation to yo-yos that used a loop instead of a knot around the axle, allowing for new tricks such as the ability to sleep. You know, the little sleep.
Yeah.
So what he did was what Asians.
go.
Here we go. He did what Asians did.
Yeah.
Here's what he did was right.
He commodified.
Yeah. So basically, the car was invented in America, but Asians made it better.
Not quite.
Is that what that is?
Look,
because I don't think that he invented the
Okay,
yo-yo.
here's what I think he did.
Yeah, he reinvented
probably
it.
saw a craftsman in the Philippines make some type of toy that mimicked, that looked like the yo-yo, changed a couple things, and made a patent, right?
Wait,
listen-
look, write down
What does it
while
say?
working as a bellboy. Read that.
Okay,
Read that
while
while
working-
working as a
Well-
bellboy.
While working as a bellboy,
Good.
Flores read an article about self-made millionaires who made his money by selling a ball attached to a rubber band. He's a thief!
Probably like paddleball. No, but wait, keep going.
Oh, here. At this point, he remembered the yo-yo, previously known as the bandalore, a game which has been played for hundreds of years in the Philippines. Bringing it all together, Flores saw a good market opportunity in the U.S. and the ability to go into business for himself. But still, the bandalore was made in the Philippines, so
Yeah,
still
so it was a
Filipino.
folk instrument.
Yeah.
Yeah. A folk. Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Bandalore.
I see now. I see everything.
Probably based on some sort of like, skull crushing device, like like a stone on. I want my stone back after I crush someone's skull.
Yeah, I see. Okay, so I'm going to give you that.
Thank you.
To the yo-yo. That's great.
Yeah.
I hate it when they take back, like, remember for many years when they're like, a black guy invented peanut butter.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is that what people said?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it turns out he
didn't.
I think so.
I think it was Booker T. Washington, I believe.
I see. No,
Wasn't it?
that's what they say.
Yeah.
But I think now it's like they.
Boy.
Yeah,
Oh, wait.
I know.
No.
Couldn't they
It's
just-
like 23andMe. It changes through time.
Becomes more Swedish.
Yeah.
Oh, look. He's black.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
like.
that's definitely Bobby.
Wait,
That's
Marcellus Gilbert of Canada patented peanut butter paste. But who invented it?
Oh,
Wait. John Harvey Kellogg, the creator of Kellogg's. No.
It's patented still.
it's patented, yeah.
Yeah, but so what is
So it's
patent?
just whoever.
Who's patent?
look.
Yeah.
I mean, does that have to be documented? Someone probably crushed peanuts.
The ancient Incas and
Exactly.
the Aztecs.
Oh, so
Those
Hispanics.
fuckers.
Or anyway, let's just give it to them.
Yeah.
Let's give it to them.
Yeah. African Americans.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Peanut butter.
African
yours.
American.
Yours.
But
That's
you
yours,
guys have-
guys.
You guys did that.
That's yours,
We have
guys.
to go back.
Yeah.
Bulletproof set. Why he asked, why did you bomb at the comedy?
comedy
Festival?
See, I was
store.
just going to let that go.
No. Oh, I would like to share
my,
it with you.
I got my laugh and I moved on.
I got you.
I'll share it with you. Okay.
All right.
So last night, so it was a Monday.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's a Monday night, and I get a call. Yeah, you're up at 11:45 on a Monday, right? And I try to get out. You know how you try to get out? My knee hurts or whatever. You know what I mean? I have the tires.
Why are you saying this like a set?
What?
You're saying it like a set.
Like, what do you mean a set?
Monday.
Oh, like a stand-up. Yeah. Because when I talk to people that book comedy shows, I do it as if I'm doing
Right.
performing. You know what I mean?
Right.
What is that all about? Why 11:30? But I show up and the show hadn't even started. So I
See,
was,
I couldn't even make it to 11:45
I know.
at my age.
We're the same age.
Are we the same age?
I don't know.
No, I bet I'm older.
Oh, this is fun. This
I'm
is a fun
50,
game.
I'm 56.
You're older.
Yeah, see?
I'm 52.
Yeah.
Same.
But still, 11:45?
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's crazy.
And then
I'd have to go I should set an alarm to wake up and be there, like go to bed and get,
Yeah.
you know.
But it was sold out too. Packed.
Yeah.
In the main room, right? I show up and it's like everyone, like Esther, Whitney Cummings, Andrew Santino, we're all in the back. And everyone did terrible.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was rough. But I was like later in. And then once but you know, see, check this out. A COVID monster. Ooh. No, so once, you know, they were on stage, in my mind, I was like, you know what? I'm going to be the guy.
Yeah.
Oh,
They're struggling, but
I'll crack the code.
I'm going to crack the code, dude.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? With energy.
Yeah.
Right? And charisma. Right. And I'm going to bust through. Also, I'm the only ethnic.
Right.
Right? So I'm going to give them that stuff.
Sure.
Like, oh, ching, 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 ching. You know what I mean?
classic. That's what people
Yeah,
want.
they're going to love it, right?
They're gonna want that.
You know what I mean? They're going to love all that stuff, right? So
Hold on, I got to go get my big hat.
So, you know, they call my name. I come out. You know what I mean? Oh,
Yeah. Love me, love me.
Yeah, love me. And they hated it
Oh, boy.
because they realized what I was doing.
Pandering?
Not only pandering, they're like, he's doing the ching chong.
Oh, no.
He thinks that that's going to be the way to our heart,
Wow.
but we refuse. And you know what? Because you tried, we're going to reject you more. The audience collectively said that as a group,
Yep.
right? And 2 minutes in, you know, because it's so hot, because of global warming and stuff, right? And I'm just like sweating. My face is sweating, right? And you know, when you get the light, that means you have 3 more minutes.
Yeah.
Not last night. That means good night.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah.
And then so funny, I get off stage and Eric Griffin was next. He goes, "How was it, man?" I go, "Oh my God, it was so hard." And you could see in his face
Yeah.
that I got it.
Oh, he's gonna be the guy.
No.
He wasn't.
Oh, that's great.
He wasn't the guy because I stayed. I stayed to watch him suffer. You mean? It was so fun to see my friends suffer. And he was even worse.
Yeah.
Right. So it was
Because they're tired. They're more tired at this point.
yeah, but it's also they're more like you could tell by looking at the audience. They're more they're edgier. You know, they're more like gothic.
Oh, wow.
At the comedy store at Gothic.
No, I think I'm saying it wrong.
Monday.
I don't
Gothic
know.
Monday.
No, no, it wasn't the theme. No, I think that's the wrong word. I think they're more like, just more like they all look like David Grohl.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, you know, they all look like, we're cool.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And we've seen it all.
Yeah.
You know, L.A.
Sure.
Some audiences.
I live here.
Get out.
I do.
I don't know. I want you to get out of the town.
Oh, all right.
Well, how long you been here?
I've been here in this stretch since 2001.
What do you mean stretch? Era?
I mean, because I lived here before that for like, a year and then 6 months, like in chunks. And so but I've been a solid Los Angeles resident
since 2001.
Yep.
And where were you before that?
New York City doing the Conan O'Brien, Late Night with Conan O'Brien.
Okay.
So, yeah.
You were there for,
Yeah, because I started in Chicago and then kind of bit-bopped back and forth from New York and L.A.
Oh, you're a Chicago guy.
Yeah.
Second City.
Improv. I never did Second City because when I was there, it kind of had fallen into disrepair. It was like it wasn't like the interesting place to be. And within a couple years, actually, Adam McKay kind of turned it, and he got in there and was like, because they were just kind of resting on their laurels, because a lot of the touring companies are just old, like Nichols and May sketches,
Or Boom Chicago, is that one?
No, that's just another kind of Second City knockoff.
Okay.
In Holland, but
Okay.
but yeah, it just was kind of, it didn't see, you were doing like old bits and then like a little bit of improv, whereas there were other places that were doing all improv, and
More experimental.
it was
maybe.
more fun,
Right.
more challenging,
Is I.O. from there too?
Yeah, that was where I started.
Improv Olympic.
Improv Olympic, yeah. Although they had, now it's I.O. because the fucking Olympics,
Yeah.
the actual Olympics sued.
No, what?
Really?
No, what?
Yes.
Yeah.
the actual
Olympics
Olympics.
got butthurt.
Yes, and said, "You improv group in Chicago, you can't say you're the Olympics." Which I mean, I'm like, what about all the fucking every Olympic Flame coffee shop I've ever been to? You know?
Yeah.
Or the street name,
Olympic.
Olympic.
Or
Yeah, yeah.
Special Olympic.
No,
Well,
they
That's
were
still
also
own
part
that.
of.
Oh, they do? Oh, my bad. My bad. I thought they
Part of the
stole
same
it.
thing.
I thought they stole it. I thought
Imagine if
they
they
didn't,
did.
they didn't steal it.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
I was like, that's
Yeah.
thievery. Yeah. It's not even as good.
we're calling it Pepsi Cola.
Yeah.
Wait, the Special Olympics is Pepsi Cola now? I'm gonna try that one too.
Yeah. Oh, so they sued, and then did they change it?
Yeah, she was Improv Olympia for a long time, and then now it's just IO. I'm not like I don't know exactly, but I do know. But I do know that we had to stop being Improv Olympic, and I think it was like shortly after I moved out of Chicago that they had to change the name to Improv Olympia.
Whoa.
And then Olympia Dukakis sued the shit out of me.
Whoa.
Fuck you.
Oh, fuck you. Yeah. How'd you meet Conan?
I met Conan because I became one of my friends from Chicago, improv friends. Actually, two of them got on SNL one year, Melanie Hutzel and Beth Cahill. And when I was in New York doing the Real Life Brady Bunch, which was a show that we did in Chicago, reenactments of Brady Bunches.
Wait.
It was a
Who'd you
huge
play?
fucking hit.
Who'd you
I was
play?
Mike Brady. I was the dad.
Oh,
I
wow.
was- I was the
Why is
dad.
that funny? Spitting image.
No, listen. It was ridiculous. I was like, yeah, buy me. We had done the show in Chicago. It was very popular. You know, like a rent payer for the theater. And then it was moving to New York, and we were at the Village Gate there. And the guy that was playing Mike Brady wasn't going to go because he had like obligations in Chicago. So I was like, hey, I'll go. And so it was, a $19 wig later, I was, honey, I'm homing all over the village.
Was it popular?
It was really popular.
Yeah, wow.
Like it ran in New York. I mean, it's a very silly, dumb idea, but it was the first one of those blank on stage or blank live. Like I know they had like Point Break out here for years.
Right, that's what Point Break. Yeah.
And it was the first one of those.
Wow. When you're getting your first movies
Yeah.
and you're young.
Yeah.
Because I remember those days too.
Yeah.
Like anything's possible.
Yep.
And that feeling. Remember that feeling?
Getting a job. I mean, still getting a job is
Great.
sweet,
Yeah.
But that feeling, and like you say, especially early on, when you don't know if you can do this.
Yeah.
And you think like, I actually might suck.
Yeah.
And I mean, because I still think like, I kind of think I might suck. There are days when I don't feel so great about myself.
Yeah.
So to have that, to be like, holy shit, I'm here. My first part in a movie was one scene in a cable movie. Remember that woman in Texas that hired a hitman to kill her teenage daughter's cheerleading rival and her mother?
Classic story.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite murders.
There were like 2 or 3 made-for-TV movies about it, and I was in one called The Allegedly True Adventures of the Texas Cheerleader Murdering Mom.
Whoa.
Which was pretty legit. Holly Hunter starred in it.
Whoa, that's
and
huge.
she's fucking phenomenal in it. Look it up and see. And Michael Ritchie, there's a famous old 70s movie called Smile. It's about beauty pageants. And it's like a big old cult hit. And he's an old-time 70s director. He directed it. And he did a lot. So it was really cool. Wow. So I was in... Yeah, that's it.
Awesome.
Wow,
And,
that's awesome.
And my
Awesome.
first scene was with Bo Bridges and Swoozie Kurtz at some like grade school out in the valley that they turned into a sheriff's office.
Wow.
And I was like at home with my girlfriend and got in my little pickup truck, my Toyota pickup truck, and drove. I felt like I won a contest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also remember the first scene.
Yeah.
Like you go from the trailer,
Yes.
right, to the set, that nerve. I don't know about you.
I have no idea what.
Yeah.
And I went to film school. I've made
yeah.
a ton of movies. I've been on a ton of sets with commercials because I was a production assistant.
Yeah.
But I still don't really know.
Yeah, I don't know
how
to
they
do-
make TV shows.
Yeah,
and
me either.
movies, you know.
So I remember you're walking there. Someone's bringing you there.
Yeah.
And you're like, I don't know my lines anymore.
Well, I played like I remember when I got cast.
Yeah.
Michael Ritchie, when I came in, he's like, yeah, because it was a quick montage of 3 different deputy sheriffs because Beau Bridges plays the supposed hitman who's her ex-brother-in-law or something like that, and he's kind of a loser, and he records her trying to hire him to murder this woman, and nobody at the sheriff's office wants to hear it. So it's a quick cut of 3 different sheriff's office going like, yeah, I got the tape, thanks, click, and
Yeah.
And so I was the youngest one, and the director was like, oh yeah, a younger guy, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
And then I read, he's like, great, you got the part. And I was like, oh, that was fucking easy. Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So I went to a table read, sat next to Holly Hunter, who could not have been like more sweet and wonderful, and because I was thrilled to meet her because she's,
Hey, has she done?
she's so good.
Has she done Raising Arizona already?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Absolutely.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay.
And so she was just very friendly, which was very exciting. Reminded me a lot of Amy Sedaris.
Yeah, I've
because
never met
Amy's a friend of mine, and so I just really liked her. And then, so I showed up. I got all my gear, my sheriff's gear on, and then a prop guy gives me a rubber gun in a holster and gives me a whole memorized speech about this weapon is not a real weapon. It's it's a replica weapon.
Yeah.
But still, if you are caught playing with it, pointing it, handling it in any way other than directed on camera, on script, you will be ejected from it. I will make sure you will go home.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, I won't touch the rubber gun, dude.
Yeah.
And then I go sit at a picnic table outside with other sheriffs. Like extras and stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there and I'm chatting with the guys. I'm kind of trying not to be like, it's my first day.
Yeah.
And Holly Hunter walks by going into the set, and she walks by and she sees me and she goes, "Oh, hey there, you. How are you? You coming to play with us?" And it was like,
Magic.
boner sound effect. Because these other guys these other sheriff's guys at the table are like, whoa.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So then I went in and I did my scene with Beau Bridges and Swoozie Kurtz.
Oh, well, amazing. And then
And when they shot down first, obviously.
they
They shot their side.
Yeah.
Because you shoot. You move. For people that don't know, you move with the camera and you start with one actor and then you move to the other side. So both actors end up off camera saying lines for each other.
Right.
So they did.
Some actors don't do it.
Some don't.
Al Pacino probably doesn't do it.
Yeah, I wouldn't be
Robert
surprised.
De Niro doesn't
But
do
then
it.
there are other people, really big people, that you are you're like pleasantly surprised how cool they are about.
Yeah.
They could be done. I've worked with people, they could be done for the day, but they're like, no, I'll stick around. I'll do your side too.
Yeah. I got in trouble once because I was Jenna Fisher's opposite.
Yeah.
I was off camera, and she screamed at me because while she was doing it, because I only had 2 words.
Yeah.
Right? So I just kind of knew it.
Yeah.
So while she was doing it, I was like on Instagram.
Oh, boy.
Right? And she's like, hey. I go, what? I just say, yep, you know what I mean? And you go do it. Right? And she's like, no, I need you. Lock eyes. Right? I'm like, oh, my bad. And then I remember for weeks apologizing.
Yeah.
Is that rude?
I wouldn't do it. I think
You wouldn't do it?
for those, yeah, I wouldn't be on my phone while I'm doing off camera.
Even if you do the lines, memorize?
What was that?
Yeah, I don't think I would. If I could see them. Now,
Would you have been mad? Would you have been mad if I did it to you?
No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't have let it stop.
That's all I
me.
knew. That's all I wanna hear.
I would have kept going.
Yeah.
I would have been like, what a fucking dick. But no. I don't think I would do that. But then again, it also depends on your familiarity with the person, and if you're off camera and they can't see you. nothing's stopping you from looking at your Instagram down low. You know what I mean? Like if you're behind the camera sometimes.
Sometimes.
And you're just saying the lines so they
Yeah.
can hear them.
No, she could see me.
Yeah.
It wasn't good.
Yeah.
I'm professional.
Yeah. It's,
Yeah. So how did you meet Conan?
Oh, sorry.
So then you did.
I met Robert Smigel through my friend Beth Cahill, who was on SNL.
Right.
When I was in New York doing the Brady Bunch, and then we just hung out a little bit. Then when I was in LA doing the Brady Bunch, he came out because he was working on the ill-fated Hans and Franz movie. So that was his SNL. He was, wrote on SNL, was a producer on SNL, and that was his summer. And we hung out a lot. Then Conan got the job. Robert was his head writer, executive producer, reached out to me, said, hey, which just is, a show like that starts, and then it's like, who's out there doesn't have a job that's funny? And
Yeah.
I was one of those people, and I submitted some stuff and I was the first writer hired on the show. But Conan and I met at Junior's Deli here, and we figured out that we had actually been at a party at Bob Odenkirk's house.
Whoa.
Because Bob and Conan did shows at SNL together, and I had been on teams with Bob's improv teams with then Bob's fiance, so I knew Bob that way. And we'd been at Bob's house with like 12 other people and just didn't register each other.
Yeah.
And we hit it off very, very much at Junior's, and he. Robert and him both told me that he called Robert and said, hire the guy. And Robert was like, let's see. They hadn't seen me write. I hadn't sent in anything packet-wise. And
Oh, so you started as a writer?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I had that was another thing. It's like so much stuff that gets thrown at you, stuff that you don't know how. Hey, write a packet for a late night sketch show.
Yeah.
Like, now I bet fucking kids are reading articles on the internet about what to do, and they're learning it probably in college.
Yeah.
For me, I was like, oh, gosh, what would I like to see?
I think it's almost better that you don't know much about it.
Yeah, I think so, too. I think
yeah.
so, too, especially in comedy, because you want a spark. You want originality. You want somebody that's thinking about what hasn't been done.
Yeah.
And also too, anybody that gets too big on, and I found this when I came out here and started working on sitcoms, and there's just a appreciable difference of there's a lot more protective attitude towards people's careers out here, where they're like much more careful, where it was more just like, have fun and fuck around was always what we would do in late night.
I like that too.
Oh, it's so great. But then
I'm a fuck around guy.
I get on in a writer's room on a sitcom, and it's like a lot of stuff about like, well, slow down. You got to understand the structure. It's like, I've seen sitcoms. I know how they work. You set up the bit, and there's an A plot and a B plot, and they're about 22 minutes long, and then you fill them with jokes. Which, if you were better at, you wouldn't worry so much about structure.
Like for me and Mad TV, the night before I auditioned, I got my agent, my manager's like, listen, they're not really seriously considering you, but
no, good luck.
Good luck. That's what she said, because they're looking for a white guy. You know how back then they,
Right.
But
you could not get a white guy on TV.
Back then it was so hard.
They had to really search.
Yeah. And so and I go, well, what is it? And they go, it's a sketch show. And I go, I don't know how to. I've never done sketch.
Yeah.
I really barely know any of the improv rules. Really, I'm a stand-up, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, I guess. So that night, I just kind of came up with 6 things.
Yeah.
Just I don't know if this is like what they do. And I came in, and I think that helped me in a weird way.
Was the show already on? I can't remember.
Yeah, I came in on the 7th season.
And had you been watching it?
No, I barely knew what it was.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? I knew it was like SNL.
Right.
But I didn't know much about it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? And
because you were not home on whatever it was.
Yeah, probably that. Yeah, and also just
was it Saturday? Yeah, it was
Saturday nights. Yeah. And when I went in there, they were kind of like, the caster was kind of like, oh no, like not confused almost.
Like, why are you here when we're looking for a white guy?
That's actually what happened.
Yeah.
No. She was just like, oh, that's an interesting way of doing it. You know?
Oh, when you were finished. Oh,
When I was doing it, like when I was actually
I
doing
see.
my thing,
Yeah.
right?
Do you remember
Yeah, what were your
character?
bits?
Yeah, your.
Or you're
Yeah, I mean, I did stuff like, it wasn't the bits though, but I would do stuff like leave the room
Yeah.
for a while and then let her sit there for a second. Is he coming back? And then running back in as a character, just doing weird things, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
'Cause they're like, oh, this is...
That sounds fun.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
weird, and you know what I mean? And it works. So I guess,
Yeah.
not knowing sometimes does help.
Yeah, definitely.
But once you did Conan, you did pilot first?
No, I mean he had the job,
Right.
and then it's sort of like you do. I started in June, I think, and the show aired in September, so we had a pretty good long time to ramp up and get stuff pre-tapes done and get some comedy written up, and then we had. I think we did about 10 test shows.
What'd you do right after that?
I came out here and I got a deal to do a sitcom called Andy Richter Controls the Universe on Fox, and a guy named Victor Fresco created it. I kind of in talks with me, and I met with a bunch of people. I was going to do a sitcom. I knew the way it worked, that when you were off the market for a while and you were on something legit, that you're all of a sudden, like I would see it so much with people like Rob Corddry or Matt Walsh, who were on the Daily Show.
Yeah.
They were correspondents on the Daily Show, then leaving the Daily Show, and then it's like, here's, just deals getting thrown at them,
Yeah. We love Matt.
So I knew, Matt's
Yeah, he's the best.
He's
done this.
He's done our show.
He's
yeah.
done our show, yeah.
He's another one that is, did improv together back in
He's
Chicago.
what a great guy. What a
the
just a,
best. He's-
so talented.
Just the best.
Yeah,
we
yeah.
just text each other filth. Like he just
Does he talk to you about bread too, like yeast?
No.
Okay, he
no,
loves-
he just texted me today.
loves yeast.
Something like, "Hey, you stupid." I'm picketing at Disney and telling everyone you're on the producer's side. Where the fuck are you? And I texted him back. I said, I got 4 ribs removed this weekend to facilitate better self-sucking videos. I'm in no shape to chant.
Yeah.
So we text each
Wait,
other
who
stuff
came
like
up
that.
with that whole? Is that a myth that people did get their ribs removed to
I don't know.
self-suck?
Well, supposedly Salvador Dali did it, and supposedly Marilyn Manson did it.
I remember the Marilyn Manson
Yeah,
thing,
yeah.
but was it just like an urban legend?
I don't know. It's just, I
I'd
mean,
like to get to the root of this.
I know.
I don't even know what the fuck you're talking about.
Would you-
Clickety-clack.
I mean, is this something that you would do?
What?
Is like if you could
Get
suck your own dick?
bottom ribs removed, and supposedly you can then, get
Like-
the
Self
flip your
blowjob.
legs over your head and suck your own dick.
I'd have to get 4 removed.
Or
Yeah,
4 or 5
That's what I
removed.
said.
Yeah, yeah,
4.
yeah, yeah,
It'd take
yeah.
at least that much.
Yeah. Or all of them almost.
Right.
all ribs.
And spine. I would need
Just
ribs,
give me one
spine.
across the heart.
Yeah.
Take them down. On
Whatever's
the
going to keep
no,
the
no, no.
structure
no,
of my body. I like the structure of my body.
Bobby.
Yeah.
You need an extra vertebrae to kind of because you need more.
Oh, that's true too.
You need to add.
You add vertebrae.
Yeah.
Remove
Like from a
ribs.
snake.
Yes.
Yeah, maybe
You know that from an oxtail.
oxtail.
Yeah, you can buy the whole rack at Costco.
yeah.
Yeah, like ossobuco.
It's
you know?
oxtail. It's
Oxtail.
vertebrae. Yeah.
So you just
Or-
bring oxtail to the doctor's office.
Right.
Yeah, I want this
Yeah.
replaced.
Put in whichever one. You think
Yeah.
fit. It's up to you.
Yeah. To suck your own dick.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
think you can
I don't
make
want to suck
yourself-
my own dick.
You could-
I've never had that fantasy.
I don't think I. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, well,
The taste would be okay, I think.
yeah. I mean, well, come on. You've tasted your own cum.
Let that sink in. Everyone,
on.
let that sink. I have.
Yeah.
Have you?
Of course. Yeah, of course.
Once?
Once or twice maybe, but it was a long time. I can't.
9
I
times.
can't swear
9
that-
times.
You know the number?
every time.
Yeah.
Dear diary.
Yeah.
It happened
Yeah.
again.
This is the last time. 9.
You think you
Yeah.
could make yourself come though
What do you mean?
with your mouth?
I don't know. I mean, does it hurt?
But it's up
What
to you.
No, not the sucking part.
Yeah,
Not
yeah.
the sucking part. I'd be gentle with the sucking part.
Annoying.
No,
Is
it's
this
the
annoying her.
it's the bending.
Yeah, the bending's got
Yeah,
Now
yeah,
you
yeah.
got extra 6 oxtail implanted.
Yeah. I think I would have to get triple locks.
What was that?
And a door.
so no one could walk in.
Yeah. There's just
Yeah, yeah.
because you can't once you get
Yeah.
caught doing that, it's over.
But also, in showbiz terms, that's a retirement plan. When everything else goes south, you are the guy that can suck his own dick, and you work. You don't stop working.
Oh wow.
You're all
my
over.
God.
Your OnlyFans account. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I wanted to start an OnlyFans account called OnlyHams, where I enter a feeder relationship, like a feederism relationship.
What's a feederism?
Well, it's basically like you and me, for instance, right? Like I'm 135 pounds now, but my goal is to be like 500 pounds. And so you basically just feed me, and it's
And that's
a kink we
content.
have,
Whoa.
right? And then we,
Like cakes and stuff.
but it's only hams.
Only.
Oh, you
Yeah, and you get me Snake River Farm hams and different kinds of hams from like different. I thought
I'm all of these things. I'm just like, somebody jerks off to this.
yeah.
yeah.
Somebody jerks.
3 people?
Yeah.
How
I
many
bet
people
you
is
more. I bet you more.
But that's like that. All that. I mean, I don't even know what it's called. I just see it going through social media from that. Yum. It's like
Wait, have you been on ChatterBait?
What is
No,
that? What is
no.
I don't
that?
know what
Okay,
that
so
is.
it's basically live feeds of basic anybody, right?
Yeah.
I found myself hitting the send token button like 100 times, and this woman was just squirting her milk on screen, and I was transfixed.
Whoa.
And I mean, the amount of tokens I gave her, and there were 7 people in her room. It was just me and 6 other people, but I gave her a lot of money for her milk.
Question.
Yeah.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
With the breast, right?
Yeah.
Do you have to be lactating? Like you
Yes.
you have
Yeah,
to give
yeah.
birth before
Yes.
that machine.
Yes.
Yes.
You can't do it now.
No, I can't just squirt milk now.
Is there milk in there?
Eventually, it has the potential to create milk.
Yeah.
But there's milkless.
You think
There's
there's
milk,
dormant
yeah.
milk? You're asking if there's dormant milk.
Yeah, or maybe like a batter or something, or like some sort of powder.
No, it's
Like a milk powder.
No, it's
like a
bone
milk
dry.
powder in there in a powder.
the production gets kicked into with hormones that you get when you're pregnant.
All right, doctor.
Although there are,
Richter.
I will say, I mean,
Okay.
without. I'm just saying there are women in the world who have never had children who will be like, you suck on that thing hard enough and milk will come out.
Right, for women who adopt children, even.
Yes.
Whether you can
There's
breastfeed.
But yeah, like so.
You
I'm just
stimulate.
saying it can happen.
Okay,
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, only milk though.
Oh, well, what else do you want? Butter? Creme fraiche?
Imagine if you're a baby.
Yeah.
You think you can get milk,
Yeah,
but you
yeah.
get pure butter. It's crazy. How happy would you be?
Oh my God. Your fat would take over your eyes. Like just baby drinking nothing but butter.
Yeah.
Oh, is that
Yeah.
a baby? It looks like
You have 2 kids, right?
yeah, I have 3 now because I just got married in June to a woman that had a child, and I'm
Oh, cool.
So she's now my stepdaughter, but I'm gonna adopt her, and she'll be my adopted.
Wow. Now, how
Yeah.
old was she when you met your fiance?
A year and a half.
She was a year and a half.
She was a year and a half old, and she's 3 now.
Wow. Oh, so in her eyes, you're dad.
I'm daddy. She calls me daddy. Yeah.
Aw.
And yeah, so it's it's I have 22, 17, and 3.
Wow. That's amazing.
It
You were
is.
married before then.
I was.
Yeah.
I was married for 25 years. I have a 22-year-old son who's at USC studying art.
Amazing.
Got a semester left there. And then my daughter will be a high school senior. She's 17.
Wow.
She lives with her mom.
And then
and-
you were with her married 25 years.
Yeah.
You know, her and I were together for 10. We're no
Oh,
longer.
wow.
Right?
Right.
You still have a relationship with her? A good relationship?
No, I
Okay.
mean we're still working on it. It's
Okay,
had
good.
its ups and downs.
Right.
We're like, there's just not a lot of communication outside of
okay.
logistics and things
Okay,
like
okay,
that.
okay.
And it just like everything, just giving it time.
Yeah.
because he's really worried that he will never fall in love again. And I think that he's wrong. Like, I think it can happen at any time.
Yeah,
I feel like I'm not. Did you feel that or no?
like what?
After your marriage, do you think you will be able to find somebody or?
I mean, it would vary You know, like
Sometimes,
there were definitely times where I was like, yeah, you know, I could live alone. You know,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I'm not necessarily built for it because I do a lot better when there's other people around, just in terms of getting stuff done. Because when I'm on my own, I can do nothing.
Yeah.
For a long time.
I mean, so we live together in this house.
Yeah.
And she walked upstairs today,
Oh my
and there's
God.
like a smell.
It's just, I cannot believe the state that this house is in. When I left, it was spick and span. Well, my mom still comes to clean.
Yeah.
What?
My
What?
mom is basically.
I call her.
Yeah, he calls my mom.
Mom, I'm in trouble. It smells like fucking.
But you only call her when he's bringing a date home.
What?
And that's what she doesn't like. She's like, he calls me last minute, and I know it's because he's, you either bringing a girl over or whatever.
Oh, you're the only one. A long time.
But the house is just in disrepair.
Yeah.
I mean, everything. I don't know who's chewing the walls.
I ate cereal out of a cat bowl just 2 days
Clean
ago.
the other bowl.
I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
I'm like,
But your walls are chewed in. Who's chewing the walls? We don't.
I chew walls.
Because the dogs are with me.
No. What do you mean the walls are chewed?
The
What the fuck are you
corner of
talking
like
about?
the molding. There's like just it's just
There's no mold.
That's the dates clawing to get out when they're crawling along the baseboard. It's a little better down here. It seems to rise.
No. They want to stay. So you know
They want to stay.
They want to stay.
Look,
They
they're
say
sure
no.
there's a lock on the
Yeah.
door, but they want to be
Yeah.
in there. It's for their protection.
So it's about a year ago. I was offered this thing that you did, and I came close to doing it.
Oh, right.
Right,
Oh my
right.
God.
So I came close to doing it, but I'm like, I don't know. It seems weird. I don't know what it is, and it turned out. I said no.
Is this
whatever.
the one they shot in Australia?
Yeah, it was the
Yeah.
Mars show.
Yeah.
So they offered me it, right? And the money was okay.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I was told it was a survival show.
What's the premise?
From what this is what my man, Abby, she just
Yeah.
doesn't know how to describe things. She's just like, all right, so they made Australia into Mars. I go, oh, the whole country? I don't know, but
Well, large chunks of Australia already
Right.
looks like
Well,
Mars.
and where they were had apparently doubled for Mars a number of times.
wow.
Yeah, like in various movies, they go out there because it's like just fucking dirt and it's
Yeah.
red. And I mean, for as far, literally in an airplane flying over there, as far as you can see, there's nothing but red, flat Earth.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then she goes, and you're competing with other contestants
Yeah.
to survive.
Celebs.
Right? And
Yeah.
I go, I'll lose.
yeah, your blood
Yeah.
sugar.
Yeah. I think you said that. My blood sugar.
Yeah, you
Yeah, yeah,
become hypoglycemic pretty fast.
Yeah, but then, so what was the experience like?
Well, I mean, I came in later, and I don't know whether that was they had already started shooting, and then I got a call on a Monday or a email on Monday morning when I woke up, and it was like time sensitive, and then Thursday night I was on a plane to Australia.
Wow.
And it was good money,
Yeah.
And my first two questions, well, I mean, beyond how much is the first one.
Yeah.
And then the next one was who else is there? And like I saw Natasha Leggero was there. And so I was like, okay,
Yeah.
they got, and then some of the other names I was like, because it's like a lot of athletes and stuff. And I was like, okay, they got good taste, you know? And,
Yeah.
okay. And I talked, and somebody called me from there, and I liked them. And I was like, oh, sure, I'll do it, And I wasn't thrilled to be doing a reality show, but what do I care? I looked at it as my job now is to make television shows, and I have hosted game shows. I've done all kinds of different stuff, and I'm like, okay, I'll go be funny on this show.
Yeah.
And then the whole winning or losing deal, I don't give a shit about any of that.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
And also too, I didn't have to because they didn't. And this is a fault of the show. They didn't put any cash prize on winning.
Yeah.
There's no incentive to win other than 2 weeks away from your family.
Yeah.
And you get a patch or something. I don't know.
But here's my question, though, and I think this is the reason why I didn't do it, is because in my mind I'm like, oh, they're going to be in the desert or somewhere.
Yeah.
The accommodations will be rough. Were they rough or no?
I mean, you're sleeping in a dorm. They took over like a community center, and they made it like a space station.
Yeah.
A HAB is what they called it. It's like whatever, Mars station.
Yeah. And you're sleeping in a dorm with other people?
Yeah. But the bed was a bit, it was like you had basically like a sleeper berth, like with a curtain that closed.
Yeah.
Although there was a microphone in it, which when I found the microphone on like my second day there, and I had never, I farted in there, but I'd never, had a secret phone call or anything in there.
And they never told you about the microphone?
Oh, no. And I saw the microphone, and it wasn't like particularly well hidden. It was just like, if you did look up in that corner while you're laying in bed, you can see like, oh, there's a mic up there.
Whoa.
And then I, like, all clever, I said to somebody else, Lance Armstrong, I was like, hey, Lance, just so you know, there's mics in there. And he goes like, oh, yeah. And he points, and it's just a bare wire hanging out of his. He just yanked it off. Yeah. So
The bicyclist Lance Armstrong?
Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
I just watched that documentary on the Tour de France, and I don't know why everyone wasn't blood doping. Like, that should just still be allowed.
Well, that was he said. He said, yeah, well, that's
like,
kind of.
it's insane.
Yeah.
Like, they should be allowed to do all the steroids in the world.
That's what I kind of feel
on it.
like with when they were hitting all those home runs, all those beefy, roided guys. I was like, let them take them till they like grow an extra arm. Let's make it
more exciting.
Total fucking freak show.
Yeah.
Sure, their hearts are gonna pop, but who cares?
Yeah. Wow. So it was a pleasant experience then.
It was fun.
Okay.
It was fun, and I got into it. And in fact, I think the episode where I get kicked off was on last night.
Yeah.
But I did lose.
How do you get kicked off?
I
mean, what are the rules? I mean, it's like every week there's a challenge.
Oh, there's like a vote. Like, yeah, they choose a mission commander and then a who can be sent home if the mission fails. And then the mission commander selects I think it was called like, mission specialist.
Yeah.
And which is your second in command. And you guys stay back in the HAB while everybody goes outside, which they would film us like in our spacesuits going out the door, like into the parking lot of the community center where we were stationed, and then drive 45 minutes out into the desert, get into like a little fake set of the thing, and then, come out of the fake set,
Yeah, wow.
Well, but there's a 45-minute drive in between, and putting on and hooking up all the space suit shit, which is most all cameras. There's also for the first 2 days, especially like the first time, my helmet was fogging up, and I was like, and whenever anything like that happens, I'm always like, way to go, you fat fuck. Like just the self-hate happens, and like upon sweating, I'm like, no one else is sweating, fatso, way to go. Yeah. So I couldn't breathe in this helmet, and it's like fogging up, and I'm looking around at everybody else.
And there's this not fun.
Yeah, and I'm like, what the fuck is that? Why am I like? And then the first thing we had to kind of jog up a hill, and I got to the top of the hill and I felt like lightheaded, but I didn't say anything. And then the next day, we shot for a little bit, and it was the same thing. Then later, I get in the helmet, and we're about to shoot a whole big mission, and one of the talent like producer people goes like, "Oh my God, your helmet is all fogged up." And I said, "Yeah, it's been like that." And she goes like, "Well, isn't your fan on?"
Oh.
And I was
Andy.
I was like, "Fan." There's a fan.
No, Andy.
I know. I was breathing my own carbon dioxide.
And so
that Midwestern. I don't want to be a bother, but I'm dying. But yeah. So then they come and they work on it. In fact, I think they switched out packs. And they put it on, and the fan came on, and I was like, "Oh my God!" Like, they were all complaining. I was like, because I'd worn it for 2 days without, when it came on, I was like, this is a dream come true. You people are crazy.
Yeah.
I was just so happy to have the air moving through.
That kind of happened to me. I was doing
Yeah.
Borderlands.
Yes, I
right?
remember that.
And
You
so-
called me crying.
crying.
Your
right?
head hurt.
Yeah. So it's a space movie. It's not
Yeah,
out
yeah.
yet, right? And there's hundreds and hundreds. I'm a space soldier, sort of like a stormtrooper.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
But they didn't do fittings. I have a very big head for my, you know what I mean? I think they just based it on my
If they
photo.
put a fucking helmet on you and didn't do a fit.
No.
Oh my God.
Like a space helmet. So now we're in the desert, right? Hundreds of us dressed the same way as I am.
Yeah.
And they're trying to put the head thing on my head, and they're just trying to jam it down. It's not working. He has a mongoloid head. You know what I mean?
They
And
didn't say that.
I know, but
On the walkie. Yeah, we got him on.
right. And then so they were so desperate, the wardrobe just took the padding off. Because there's padding in the thing.
yeah.
And then once they took the padding on, they're like, all right, and they stuck it in. But in the helmet,
It's poking into your head.
Yeah.
there's metal also in the front, right? And it's like metal shards against my head like this, right?
Yeah.
Right, and I couldn't see, right? And I spent 12 hours like that.
Yeah, I remember FaceTiming with you,
Yeah.
and you had all these random bruises, and you were all swollen.
Yeah, it was. I never said anything.
Yeah.
Normally, in any other circumstance, I'm like, yeah, I can't do this. Yeah, I'm gonna die.
Yeah.
But because it's a movie, I'm like, I'm gonna go through the pain.
Right.
It was fucking
That's
terrible.
weird. That is weird, though, that in a feature film that's got that level of effects and costuming that they wouldn't have a fitting. I mean, I've had fittings for like a golf shirt.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
The body they did. The body felt good.
Yeah.
They did the body fitting, but I think the helmet they didn't
was
do.
just an afterthought.
Yeah, it's an afterthought, maybe.
I am that same type though. Like when I get a really shitty massage and the pressure is too much, I'll just withstand the suffering.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I can never say anything. Or remember when what was it? I think it wasn't a haircut or it was something where someone like plucked your mustache off and you just let it ride.
Oh, yeah. That
Like on
hurt.
set, like someone ripped your mustache.
Oh yeah. So yeah. Well, that was rude.
Oh, okay. But you didn't say it at that time.
No, at the time I didn't do it because normally. So what happened was
Because you can't say that to Tom Cruise.
no, I was on set somewhere and it wasn't a mustache. It was a nose hair.
Oh.
And some lady just comes out and just yanks it out of my nose, and it hurts so
With
bad.
no warning.
No warning. She just
Oh,
went
yeah,
click.
that's not
right.
right.
And I went like this, and they go action. You know what I mean? And there was like anger, but it's also shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to be the guy.
That makes your eyes water, too. Were you like crying?
Yeah.
Because, that's actually a trick to make yourself cry, an acting trick.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I use-
It's pluck nose hairs.
I use the menthol.
Oh, do you?
Yeah. Have you used menthol?
I've never had to. I mean, I've only had to comedy cry. you
Yeah.
know? So I think I've used. They put the drops on my.
Oh, the drops.
Yeah. But yeah,
And
I've never had to like cry. I don't know if I'd be able to do that.
I was on a movie and I saw Anna Faris do it.
Oh, really?
The menthol?
Yeah.
And she was so believable.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah, and with the blower. Have you ever?
Yeah.
The blower.
It's a big hunk of menthol that's kind of that's like kind of almost like salt, like rock salt, and it's got a hole in the middle, and the artist blows through it, so the menthol it's just like menthol exhale straight into your eyeballs, and it works really well. It's probably not COVID safe these days, but it does. It's just like one of those, like it's the kind of stuff that is just an added bonus to having worked in show business, like all these little details of all these little things, and like fucking wigs and mustaches. I'm always just like, yay,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think that's like if somebody wins an Oscar after the menthol thing?
Yeah.
Do you think that's? do you think they should take that away? I mean, do you
They
think
should
that's
at
cheating?
least have to say thank you to the menthol. Say thank you to my menthol.
menthol
blower.
stick. Yeah. You want to first? Can I just say this too? You were amazing here today,
Oh, thank you so
and
much.
it was a pleasure.
Thank you. It was fun to be here.
I'm being real, and
Oh,
it was
thank
like
you so
good
much.
chemistry.
Thanks.
You're so likable.
Thank you.
Adding information.
Well, I like
It was-
talking to funny people, so you know.
Yeah, it was fun, and welcome back anytime you want.
All right.
And is there anything you want to plug?
You cleaning this house before I come back.
Done.
Well, I have a podcast called The Three Questions.
Amazing.
That's on the Team Coco network, and you're going to be a guest on it.
I would love
someday.
to.
Oh, Bobby,
And,
one of your best friends was on it. Ronda Rousey.
oh yeah, Ronda.
Yeah, I love her.
Wait, what's your beef with Ronda Rousey again?
I don't have a beef with her. I don't know why people keep saying that. I don't have a beef with Ronda.
Yeah, because she will beat you up. She won't really. She actually.
Yeah, I love her.
She was on Stars on Mars, and I had. Met
she
her.
was?
Yeah, she was on Stars on Mars, and I was. I knew her because she'd been a guest on the Conan show. Conan was the first show she was ever on when she was doing MMA. Because all of a sudden she was, in the public consciousness, so I'd met her, and I liked her, but I didn't really know much about her. And then when I got there, she's like, I called her human Prozac. She's just like a super high energy and like, and would all like the athletic people, like we'll lead them in workouts and then be like, let's wrestle, and all just super positive, fun all the time.
Yeah.
And I just fell in love with her.
She's the best.
Great.
Yeah. I worked with her too, and I love her. Okay.
Yeah.
And don't ever do that again. I don't have a beef with Ronda Rousey.
I hope not. You should have her on here. You think she'll do this?
Don't you have a beef with The Rock?
No, you did. Amazing.
Yeah, no. So anyway, Andy, thank you so much. Give him a round of applause, everybody. That was fucking.
Thank you. Yeah, the 3 questions on Team Coco.
Yes.
And it's like this.
Where do you do it in an office or somewhere?
Conan has a studio. There's a lot of it's by Zoom, but it's also in a studio. There's my wedding picture, right there. That's a cake.
Oh, she's beautiful, dude.
Thank you.
Whoa, you're all right.
My wife Jennifer. No, I'm fine. I'm fine. I can really let myself go now.
Yeah. Wow.
I mean,
Tony,
imagine if this is me, like, really keeping it tight. Now that I can let myself go, I can finally stop putting such ridiculously high standards on my physicality.
You also had Tony on Hawk.
Yeah,
He's the best.
he was.
He's done this too. Yeah.
I was really surprised by him, and that's my dog. When I got her, supposedly full grown. 54 pounds now. She's 110.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
What breed? What's her mix?
She's Border Collie, Great Pyrenees, and
Great Pyrenees.
and that's her now. German Shepherd. But yeah, she's a big snow dog. She had those big snowy
Did she
paws.
sleep in the bed with you or no?
No, she's her hips aren't good, so it's hard for her to get up and down off of things. And she's not that old. She's going on 5. But she sleeps in the room, and it's like a big black dog sleeping across whatever walkway in the dark.
Wow, yeah.
You really have to,
Be careful.
To get up and take a leak, I take my phone. I don't turn the flashlight on. I just kind of enough light so I know I don't step on her head or trip over her, because she does lay in our kitchen isn't that big, and it's like, I think I'll take a nap here. This seems to be where everyone is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could have been a stand-up.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
But you rhythmically though, you're very stand-up-y.
Thank you. I tried, and I would do different kind of things, and I just came to the conclusion that I don't like doing it by myself. I just think it's more fun to have another person there.
It is fun, yeah.
Yeah, and so I tried it. I actually, when I decided no more, it was during the Sketch Fest in San Francisco, and there was a night at Cobb's of Conan writers who were stand-ups, because we have some great stand-up comedians that worked for us for years, and then stand-ups that had been on Conan. And I was the MC of the stand-ups from Conan night, and I was supposed to do 10 at the top, and like 6 minutes in, I just was like, I don't really like this. And
that room though,
yeah,
is hard.
Is it hard? Yeah.
you know how I never play Cobb's?
Mm-hmm.
Because
Oh, really?
I
Yeah.
don't play it because every time I play there, something devastating happens.
Oh, wow.
Not only on stage, but
It's
even
a big, noisy room.
yeah,
that's for sure.
even off stage.
Yeah.
That's where Ken Jeong physically assaulted me
Yeah, that's right.
at Cobb's.
Yeah.
Over what?
Oh, MySpace.
There can only be one? No.
I mean, kind of.
Kind
Yeah,
of.
it was kind of.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But he.
What?
Yeah, he
That's-
physically assaulted me.
That's their tour back there.
Back then.
The Kim's of Comedy.
Yeah,
Fort
yeah.
Brink.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and he really swung his little arms at me. You know what I mean? It was really bad. But-
Wow.
and then I've had other bombs there, and I just, maybe I should try to get. I'm much better now, but I just that room.
Yeah.
there's something about it. It's not you.
I've done shows there that were like a couple times. I've been in like Jimmy Pardo does a match game.
Love him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I've done that kind of thing there.
Yeah.
And it's been much more fun than being on stage alone.
Yeah.
But I decided I don't like this anymore, and I was like, okay, well, thanks.
Yeah.
And I think it was Aparna and Churla was the first up, and it was a bit of a scramble because I was like, sorry,
Yeah.
I cut it short. I decided I don't like this.
Well, stand up when you're losing, you lose alone.
Yes.
And I think
Yes.
that's suffering. Like last night, what happened to me?
Yeah.
I was up there, but we all lost.
Yeah.
Because what my philosophy about doing comedy was you kind of have to not care. And, it's like you have to, which just means you have to kind of be fearless and try whatever and not get in your thoughts about, how am I coming off?
Yeah.
You just have to kind of exist and be funny and live in it. And if you're doing it by yourself, it's way harder to when you're done go, well, I still had fun. Like, no, I didn't. I was out there, if I'm out there with 2 or 3 other people, it's
Yeah.
like, oh, we still had, we tried and we were in it together. But when it's by myself, it's too hard for me to not care. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. I mean, when you're doing because I've done stuff with like Jordan Peele, some of these guys.
Yeah.
And if you're not on, right, they are gonna be.
Yeah.
And they also know how to lop it up for you.
Yes,
right?
exactly.
So,
you do it for each other.
Yeah,
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Anyway, I love you.
Thank you so
And
much, Bobby. It was really
Bye bye
fun.
and bye bye.
Bye, everyone. All right.
Berani ay makabulong